Welcome to Oz Nomad Destinations. Follow us as we caravan our way around Australia. This is Ed and I'm Bec, and we're finding you the best free and budget camp spots Oz has to offer. Fishing, crabbing and hiking our way through this awesome country. For notifications, click subscribe and hit the bell, and that will keep you up to date.
We have found the coolest campgrounds. We're heading south today, into New South Wales, and then on to Warialda. This is how you know you're in the bush. Massive slashes and tractors on the side of the road, and a flock of emus in an empty large crop paddock. Warialda has a dump point and a water tap, and you will find it near the free campgrounds at the sale yards. And we noticed there are a number of yellow and black artworks around town. Then we found out that Warialda means the place of wild honey. We are heading to Cranky Campgrounds. It has a sealed road right to the front door, and you'll pass through a gridded cattle paddock. We had rung ahead and booked. The number is on the Wiki's app. It's a busy campground. If you want power, book early. We set up and went and checked in and settled in for a cold night. We are really loving that new diesel heater. Life doesn't get much better. At the back of this campground is Cranky Rock Reserve. Ed's so happy I've brought him to his special place. The name is kind of fitting, and he can't get in there quick enough. The entry to the reserve is via the suspension bridge. It's about 100 metres from our caravan, down the bottom of the campgrounds. From the bridge, the walk is only another 100 metres, through a little gate and down a dirt track to the creek. That rock up there is just sitting on the smallest stone. I can't believe it doesn't fall down. The area is kind of like a gorge with huge granite boulders. Don't quote me, but I think they're granite. It's very pretty, and we were the only ones there. So we're at Cranky Rock Campgrounds. It's about 8 kilometres east of Warialda. It's $20 for a powered site per night, and you get to swim in this in summer. It's a little cold at the moment. Anyway, while we're here, we're going to show you around. I should have done a polar plunge, but I'm such a sook. A family arrived, so we headed off to the next spot and left them to have their moment. Like, how does it sit there? It's blowing 40 knots today. Surely it should fall, right? There is no real sign to say where to go, so we just followed the well-worn path. Some of these boulders are huge. We came to some steel stairs and a ramp. The path had wrapped round the back of the gorge to a lookout. I found it really easy walking. It wouldn't be 150 metres from the bridge, but there were a few stairs. There were a few signboards gathered along the track about the animals and the plants. We enjoyed the lookout and then headed back for brekkie. When you arrive at the park, old mate here comes to check if you have any treats. He's very quiet and very pretty. The campgrounds is about 8 kilometres from Warialda, has fairly good internet and phone. There are powered and non-powered sites, with non-potable water. Most sites back onto the bushland. And you can bring your pooches. There were flushing toilets and showers. All the powered sites are numbered. It was $15 a night for a powered site for pensioners and $20 for non-pensioners. There are a stack of unpowered sites, but only about 10 to 13 powered. Not 100% sure on the powered site numbers. Garbage bins were supplied, and there were barbecues and picnic tables and fire pits scattered throughout the grounds. There was a playground for the little ones, and make sure you fill up your water before you arrive. Near the barbecue was a herb garden. I grabbed a sprig of rosemary and some sage and a few other bits and pieces. That's so good. There was also some chickens roaming around, and they came to check for treats as well. In a large cage was a white bunny and a couple of galahs, and then this nutter. What you doing? What are you doing? You crazy little bird. Day trip time. We are heading into Warialda to the information centre to grab a more detailed map. And lo and behold, look, there's a book from our hometown, Yeppoon. We grabbed what we needed, checked out the local crafts and goods, and headed off to Kwiambal National Park. I think I've got the pronunciation right. Via Delungra. This park is about an hour and a half northeast of where we are. We took the back roads as we'd already done the main road yesterday. We passed crops and a feedlot and cattle and sheep. We were heading to Macintyre Falls. It's all dirt road from the Sandy Creek turnoff, but that's half the fun. I'm glad we grabbed the map now. The car nav did a pretty good job getting us there, but there is no phone service or internet. Limestone caves were still closed and I'm not sure why. But we made it to the falls. There was an information board, toilets, picnic tables and a covered barbecue hut. Anyway, we did the walk to the lookout, a grade 1 walk. It's well paved and from memory there were no steps. It goes to a steel ramp and lookout. It's a lovely area with big boulders and a small waterfall. We attempted the rock pool walk, a grade 3 walk, and got maybe, I don't know, a third of the way down. There is no defined track, and the last 2/3 was a rock and boulder scramble. I guess you have to know your limits. I always think of the Channel 9 news, and I can see it now. Woman rescued out of gully after getting stuck on a boulder. We stopped and had lunch and then headed to check out Tree Flats Campgrounds. We arrived just in time to see this herd of feral goats heading up the rock wall. It surprises me how good they are on their feet. They must have come down for a drink at the creek. We will give you a whip round Tree Flats Campgrounds just in case you're going in for a visit. It's very pretty and runs right along the creek. Grass was as green as. There were toilets at the grounds, fire pits and picnic tables at each site, and the sites looked really big. It's a fairly remote dirt road in, with no phone or internet. The nearest shop would be Ashford, I reckon, about some 40 kilometres away. We took the Ashford Inverell Road home. Never wants to do the same road twice if possible. We're going to Bingara today. I'm not sure how we ended up at a horse event, but now we're at the Bingara camp draft. Seems like a great spot to have lunch, so we did. Then we headed up to the Apex Lookout Road. It's super steep, but the views were awesome, right across the valley. We did a quick look around town. Then we headed to the Myall Creek Memorial. The memorial is to 28 Aboriginals killed by 10 convict stockmen on Sunday the 10th of June in 1838. It's a beautifully presented memorial and well worth the visit. There's lots of info boards. They tell the stories and the memories of what happened on this horrible day. We spent about an hour wandering around and reading the boards. Today we are heading to Coppitone Dam, 80 kilometres southwest from Cranky Creek. Someone left us some wood, collected that for dinner, and the first stop for the day is the olive shop. You know, you can't collect things when you live in a caravan. It's a weight thing. But you can buy nice things to eat as you mosey along. So olives were today's first order of business. Have you ever eaten an olive straight off the tree? It's a thing you'll only really do once. The shop had lots of yummy olives, oils and herbs. and after some taste testing and a nice chat with the owner, we found out all the olives produced on the property we use to make olive oil, which is available through the shop. Is it called a cellar door if it's an olive oil shop? I don't know. The olive oils all came from Eden Valley Olives, just south of Moree. Armed with a very large bottle of olives, we headed off to do some fossicking for gems. I'm sure by this afternoon we're going to be super rich, or just have sore backs. We're going fossicking at Staggy Creek. I had read that you can just pick the gems up off the ground. That was my plan of attack. Ed, however, bought his pick and was happy to have a dig. I think we lasted half an hour before the novelty wore off. We had a chat to another couple, and they had as much of an idea of what to look for as us. I was happy to pick up anything that sparkled. Such a girl. If it sparkles, it's mine. Back out through 2 gates and off to Coppertone Dam. Our biggest disappointment to date. We were heading to the dam for lunch, or so we thought. Don't get me wrong, the wall itself is amazing. It's so tall with the biggest valley on the other side. But the whole area is locked up like Fort Knox. There isn't even a picnic table or a toilet to be seen. So we opted for a tailgate lunch at this little pullover. We thought it was a bit of a shame really. Most dams have day use areas. Anyway, we made the most of it and headed home. We lit the fire pit and then cooked pork chops for dinner. That's us for this week. We're heading to Moree tomorrow to the thermal pools for a night and then to Narrabri. Be kind, love your life, stay happy, and we'll see you next Sunday at 6 a.m.